fucking,
particularly for you
and don't think,
for the
guys,
younger men.
here's the thing, guys. Don't think you're going to get long-term peace and happiness and a long-term successful, healthy relationship by being that asshole. You're not. You'll get some quick sets for a couple months, maybe a year, maybe a hookup, but this isn't a foundation to build your life on. It'll be a fucking train wreck if you do that.
No, these women will take you to the cleaners. They will do anything, that they're capable
Yes.
of it.
And they're not loyal to
And
the
you
bad
gotta-
boy either. Don't think.
No, they're not loyal at
Shit.
all. So
Yes.
they will dump you the minute
Exactly.
they can move up the ladder.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter. And,
Exactly.
and even if that doesn't happen, like you just have so many things
Right.
against you.
You don't want a chick that likes you for the wrong reasons,
Right. Exactly.
It's never a good long-term strategy.
And women are notorious for liking.
And the problem is, you have to up the abuse. The longer the relationship goes on, she gets used to how abusive you are, and you have to up the drama, and that becomes exhausting for the man.
No, and particularly if you're like me, where abuse and drama is not your natural state.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, same here.
Like I actually fucking hate.
It's heartbreaking, bro. It's fucking. I hate that I had to do that.
It's too much work.
Yes.
Right? Like I'm not gonna do it. Right.
No.
Like I'm not gonna do that.
No.
Like I am by default. I am relegated to pump and dump.
Yes.
Right. If I want to be around a woman at all.
Right.
In that sense, like in a sexual sense, it has to be pump and dump, or I'm gonna have to leave this country.
That way you don't have to keep being. That way you don't have to be the asshole boyfriend for months and months, and it sucks the life out of you.
No. And I'm not going to be a sucker like that, right? I'm not playing that game. I've already been down that road.
Yes.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah. And that's the thing no one talks about. That's the thing no one talks about. Being the asshole is just as exhausting as being the beta, just in a different way.
Right.
Just in a different way. It's not really
still
better.
A lot of goddamn work.
Fuck yeah, it's not a good thing.
At the end of the day. Yeah.
Right.
And you gotta. I mean, and you gotta really ask yourself, right? Is hitting the pussy that really? How good is it? Right?
Exactly. I got bored of that bitch, bro.
I mean, I'm not saying it can't be fun, and you might have some good times, whatever. But I mean, let's be honest. Like you're acting, right? Like if you're not like a natural asshole thug,
yes,
it's
an
I'm
act.
sure that there's some of them out there.
It is an
fine.
act.
It's easy for those guys, but
if
it's not like your natural state of being, like you're constantly acting.
Of course.
Right, and acting is exhausting.
Exactly.
Like if you're doing it 24/7 just to keep a bitch around, dude, you're gonna get exhausted. It's gonna suck the life out of you. You're not gonna be able to focus on your mission at all.
Exactly.
Right? Like you're not gonna have any energy.
Exactly.
Like it's like you got to make that choice, right? Like it's so much easier to pump and dump or jerk off.
Exactly. Exactly.
And like. What are some of the other comments? Is there anything else that that we're talking about that needs to be addressed? Like
the YouTube comments? No, they were just a few guys were like, "Bro, Karama, that's kind of fucked up that you did that." And I'm like, "Look, guys, I'm not proud of this shit. It was just something I had to do. It wasn't something I wished."
Right.
I'm not happy about this, and I wish I could have been a nice guy and got a nice girl and lived a nice life. That's what all men we want peace and happiness. We don't like fucking drama,
Yeah, no, like not this drama, not this having to,
shit.
Right? I mean, look at how crazy this shit.
And think about it, bro. Think about this. It always ends badly. Being the bad boy, you always pay the price in the end. You're either like dead or in jail. Yep. And then while you're dead or in jail, she's fucking another bad boy until he's dead or in jail. Yep. And then she moves from bad boy. So it's not like being the bad boy makes her loyal to you. She's going to fuck with other bad boys after you. There's no winning,
Yep. No, there's no winning. And she's had them before you.
Yes.
So, and that's the other thing that just kills it for me.
Yes.
I'm like,
it's just pump and dump.
She's taken on all of those traits of all those guys she's already fucked.
Exactly.
So every time I'm fucking her, I'm actually fucking all over the guy.
Yes.
Which is a huge turnoff for me because I'm actually straight.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, bro. I don't like bro. If you order a steak, all right, and then I come and spit on it, then another dude comes and spits on it, then another dude comes and spits on it. You really want to fucking eat that steak, man?
I don't want that steak anywhere near
me. Exactly.
I just don't want it. You know,
exactly.
like it's tainted.
And you know something funny, bro?
Beyond
You know
repair.
something hilarious, bro? Like bitches I pump and dump or whatever, and then they ghost on me and think they won over on me. It's like, bitch, you're so fucking dumb. All I did was add emotional baggage to your soul that you're gonna keep forever. I imprinted you
Yep.
forever by fucking you, and you think you got over on me by like us having sex and then you disappear. Bitch, you're so dumb. I live with you forever now. You don't live inside me forever, you stupid bitch. You think you won, but you're going to learn over time how fucked you are. And you see these women in their early to mid 30s, it starts to hit them, all these different guys in their mind fucking with their head, and they go crazy.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think about that too? Because I know, you know, we're talking about the whole soul thing, and what do you think? Like, do you think that these women who have been used by all these different guys, but do you think they even have a soul left?
They are what?
There's even anything? Do you think they even have a soul left?
No,
you know?
Bro. You ever see like you ever see a cute girl with makeup? She'll maybe post a picture on Facebook, and she's looking into the camera, and you can just tell she's dead inside.
Oh yeah.
That's called the 1,000-cot stare. Notice how you never see any like 9-year-old girls or 12-year-old girls or like virgins have that soulless look when they take pictures.
Right. Yeah, that's the look of the 1,000 dick look.
Exactly. See, men when we get older, we have that same soulless look too. But it's not because we've had a bunch of dicks in us. It's because life has been such a fucking bitch. We're kind of over it. But we're still not as fucked up as women. Like, bro, even me at my most suicidal, I'm way happier than like the women I know. I'm way more chill and like, whatever. And even like me and you, we laugh about going to prison and dying, but it's not that big of a deal to us. Like, if it's like, fuck it, if I lose my life, I lose my life. YOLO. Women, they've had all these dicks in them. They're like, oh my God, what the fuck? I'm so fucking confused. Like, it's a nightmare, bro. It's a whole different animal. You know, I still know who I am. What'd you say?
I said I still wouldn't trade.
Fuck no, bro.
You know,
fuck that shit.
I mean, because they have to live in this, you know, they're super emotional and they react to everything super emotional way.
I'll tell you something. Exactly. I'll tell you something,
bro. Then you add in the fact. Oh, go ahead.
I'll tell you something. My millionaire ex-girlfriend, the one whose dad made me eggs, the butler, she told me one time, me and her were laying in bed, right? And she told me, I wish I didn't lose my virginity to this other guy. She looked at me out of nowhere. She's just like, I wish I didn't lose my virginity to this other guy. And I didn't understand what that meant until years later. It finally hit me. I'm like, after I learned about pair bonding and guys living inside her soul, I'm like, oh, she wishes she didn't lose her virginity to this other guy because deep down that other guy still lives in her soul and she can't bond with me because her mind is still on this other guy and it's fucking her head up. See, me, bro, I lost my virginity to a girl who's now a porn star, and I don't even give a fuck. Like, I never think about it. I'm never like, I'm in love with that porn star. I'm like, oh, that was cool. Like, if it was a fat chick, I'd be like, oh yeah, I lost my virginity to a fat chick. Doesn't fucking matter. I don't, bro, like, I don't even remember half the girls I've slept with. I don't give a fuck. Women, they remember everything. It becomes a part of them. And I remember this girl, I could feel it. If that guy she lost her virginity to came back, she would have always been ready to go back to him because he owns her forever. And it's the same thing with girls that I've took their virginities. They'll be dating some other guy, and then I'll come back like, hey, bitch, you want round two? She's like, ah, and she'll dump that other guy and jump right back on my dick because I own her. I was the first one who planted the flag, you know? And that's some scary shit when you're fucking with a girl that's not a virgin.
No, that's true. I mean, what's really scary is that I could probably go back to any of my ex-girlfriends and easily get them back.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, it doesn't matter who they're with right now.
Exactly.
But for the reason you just said right there, because of the whole thing and the imprint.
Yes.
And all of that, like, you know, in my 20s, you know, like, I'm guessing I was one of the early ones. You never really know.
Yes.
Right? But that's going to have a stronger impact.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, like the first 3 to 5 guys.
I wasn't dick, you know, 990.
Exactly.
You know, I was
Here's the thing,
like,
bro.
You know, dick 10.
I'll put it this way. I'd say every guy before age 21 that a woman sleeps with. Let's assume it's like 3 to 5 to 7 guys. Anything after that, forget it. No soul. No fucking soul. You know. When I fuck girls that are like 22, 23, bro, we'll be in like the middle of having sex and I can just see it in their mind. They're like in another place. They're just like, yeah, they're enjoying it physically. It's like, and all that shit. But when we're done, they don't get attached to me the way girls I used to fuck when I was 16 and 17 and 18. After the sex, they wouldn't leave me alone. I couldn't get fucking rid of them. It's like they were mine forever. When I fuck girls in their mid 20s, bro, after the sets, they're just like zombies. Like, all right, yeah, got work tomorrow. See you. I'm like, yeah. It's fucking disgusting when you think about it.
What it's like, man.
It's like fucking a dude or some shit. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. No, I mean, I've been with women, dude, straight up, like, that have been, you know, they've done that basically the whole, like, they just wanted wham bam, thank you, man.
Yeah.
They were outdoor, that kind of thing.
It's a turn off.
It shocked me
at
the time, right? Because
exactly.
I was used to that, right? I was used to women being,
exactly,
you know, much more intimate.
Right.
And I'm actually a very intimate guy. Like, I'm much more of a, like, I want to fuck and then let's hang out.
Yeah, it's fun.
Like, and like, I like that pair bonding.
Exactly.
But I want that kind of connection. I desire it, right?
Exactly.
Like, and that's the thing where, like, now I've done with these women work, like, they act like what in my head is like sort of the thug sort of dude attitude, like just the asshole attitude. And I'm just like, it's such a turnoff.
Exactly. And even
like, man.
Even Jasmine turned into that over the years. Like I talked about how in the video we stopped talking for a couple of years, and then I reached back out to her because I broke up with her the first time. So I broke up with her because she's going to the military. Anyways, a couple of years later, I'm like, I'm older, she's older. We're both more mature. I've made some money. She's made some money. We can actually afford to do this, like be together, and we're both wiser. And what I failed to realize was I'm the only one who got wiser. She got dicked down by 20 or 30 guys when she went away to the military. And now she's a cold zombie shell of her former self. And she can't love me anymore. And when I talked to her, she was just like dead. It was like a zombie, man. It was heartbreaking too, but I'm like, she's not the same person anymore. See, the beautiful thing about being a man is we can pair bond till the day we die. We can go through 50 bad relationships. I could fall in love with a woman tomorrow the same way I fell in love with Jasmine when I was like 19. She can't do that. Women can't do that. So that's the ultimate curse, I say, of being a woman is if you're not, with this guy that you took your virginity, you're kind of fucked. Bro, did you ever play this game? Like, did you ever play like Gears of War by any chance? Like the series? Like on Xbox?
No, I played the Unreal Tournament game. So
shit!
That same studio did.
There was this game, Gears of War 2. I remember there was this scene. It kind of reminds me of Jasmine. Like basically, the dude's wife gets kidnapped by like the fucking the enemy, and the enemy are like these weird zombie creatures. But they know how to use guns though. But anyway, so the zombie creatures, they create this like slave concentration camp for all the humans they capture to work in. And the guy, he finally finds his wife like years later. And he rescues his wife from the zombie camp. Like he kills all the zombies, and then he like opens her little chamber, and he's imagining her when she comes out of the chamber to look just as good as she did the day that she went to the zombie camp. And she comes out of the zombie chamber, and he still sees her as this like looking just as good, and he's hugging her and shit. And then his teammate is like, "Bro, what the fuck are you doing?" And then he looks at his wife one more time, and she's like a fucking zombie woman. Like her hair all fell off, her skin turned black, like she lost all her teeth. And he's like, "Oh my God." And he was in denial at first. And then his friend points it out to him that she doesn't look the same. And that's like the same thing when you have these girls that like you met them and you've slept with them. And then years later, she's been with a bunch of other guys. And it's like you still have it in your mind that she's the same person she was back then, but she's not. And then she'll do something that'll let you know how much she's changed. And you're like, oh shit, like this shit isn't the same anymore,
No, that's true. That's why I used to have this fantasy, right, where I was like, oh, I'll try to deal with women in a way, since like kind of at the point after college girlfriend breakup where I was like, that was a 3-year relationship. We had been together for a while. And after that, I was kind of like, you know what? I'm just going to do the James Bond thing. Like, I'm going to travel around and fuck whoever I want. And, I'm not going to worry about this shit. And you know, and I'm gonna try to keep it cool, you know, with all of these girls. And, you know, I'll just have a little black book in whatever country I'm in.
Yes.
You know, maybe I'll hook up with, you know, whoever I knew when I was there before, that kind of thing, you know, which sounded pretty good to me, you know, on paper, in my head. And, you know, but the problem with that now is exactly what you just said, right? Like, I can't do that in America.
Right.
I can't fuck anyone here and expect them to do anything like they were. You know, if I go away for a few years, or if I'm traveling or whatever, you know, even just traveling around the state, whatever. My girlfriend in Florida, I'm still in touch with her. She's keeping me as a second right now.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I know that's what's going on. You know, like, because she still talks to me, and she's dating another guy.
That's what Jasmine did.
Why
Same
the
thing.
fuck would she still be talking to
Same
me if
thing.
she wasn't thinking about fucking me later?
Exactly. Same thing Jasmine did.
You know, if I show up in Florida tomorrow, it's like I can.
Exactly.
I can
but it's like, do you really want to do that?
You know?
It's like, do you even want to do that though?
No.
Same.
No, of course I don't want to do it.
Same thing.
I don't want to do it at all because I know that's what's going on.
Exactly. And it's, you feel kind of bad.
Like, no, I feel terrible about that, man. Like, I feel sorry for the poor bastard
fucking
right now.
Exactly.
You know?
And it's heartbreaking for you because you don't want to be a second option either. That's why when I found out Jasmine was with another guy and she's been talking to me behind his back, I told her, look, you can have that guy. Because the way I see it, I'm so valuable, I'm nobody's second option. Either I'm the prize or fuck you. That's just the way I am.
Yeah. No, exactly. And I mean, the only reason I'm still talking to her is because I have no intention of dating her or dating her at all.
Oh, okay.
You know, like it would only be about sex. You know, but even that, I'm like, you know, I'm not really motivated to do it at all because I know that she will have changed because she's probably written the cocktail.
Yes.
I knew her.
And that other guy lives inside her soul now too. Even the beta male lives in her soul.
Yeah. Right, yeah. Beta blue pill dude is part of is in there, and you know I'm just at this point where it's just like it's not even fun anymore. Like the idea of it, like I'd rather just meet some new girl.
Exactly,
you know?
Exactly.
Or like just fuck some other girl who I don't know.
Exactly.
It's weird to feel that way. It's totally different from how I was, you know, thinking life was going to go.
Yes.
You know. And then maybe I could still do that if I was, you know, going to other countries or whatever, but I don't think I could really do it here.
Yeah. No, I can't, bro. I cannot emotionally bond. Like, I cannot emotionally bond now with a woman that I know has had another man inside her because I'm always going to have this what if in the back of my mind. How much of this is her and how much of this is that other guy?
Yep.
You know?
Yep. That's the thing. Like I found out that, you know, an ex-girlfriend had hooked up with, we broke up, and, you know, we're still doing sort of like, you know, we were just randomly hooking up after we broke up, you know, thing for a while. And finally she stopped that, and she fucked another guy, like, the day or 2 days after we broke up. And then she comes over to my apartment and told me about it.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just like in tears, like, oh, I made this mistake, blah, blah, blah. I fucked this other guy.
Yeah.
You know, I actually love you, blah, blah, blah. And it's like I was in such shock as all that happened that I had to, like, analyze this shit forever.
Yes.
But, you know, I was just like, why the fuck? Okay, first of all, why would you do that? Second of all, okay, if you want to do that, why the fuck would you tell me about it?
Yeah.
If you want, you know, and why would you, like, just why? All of that was a huge why to me. I was just like, I get that you're trying to, like, if you actually did this or if you're lying about it, either way it's done.
Yeah.
You know, and you're not helping here at all. And, you know, you basically just killed any motivation I ever had.
Things will never be the same after that. Things will never be the same.
I will never be inside you again. I cannot do it because I had an emotional attachment to you. I actually gave a fuck, and you just ruined. You just pissed over all of that.
Exactly.
You know, like you
know something funny, bro.
That is unforgivable.
I remember after me and Jasmine stopped talking, like 2 weeks later, she's fucking some other guy, and then they break up. And then right before she goes to the military, I decided like I wanted to hit that ass one more time. And when she
Yeah.
was with me, I had her get tested, so I knew she didn't have anything. So because we were having like unprotected sex and shit, which was stupid on my part, but I was 19. So anyway, I
Yeah.
see her after she slept with the other guy. We go on a date and we're getting ready to have sex. And I pull out a condom. And me and her had never used a condom before. And she's like, "What? Why are you using that?" I'm like, "Because you had sex with someone else after me, and I don't know what you have now." And I could see this like
Right.
heartbroken disappointment. Like she was like, I could tell in her eyes, she's like, he doesn't view me the same anymore. Like I'm not as valuable to him anymore. And I'm like, that's right, you're not. Like I don't know what the fuck you have now. Now I have to use a condom. Like things will never be the same
Yeah.
between us ever again. And I could just see how like disappointing that was to her. It was very interesting.
Yeah. No, it's cool that you picked up on it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's good. I mean, I think it sucks, of course, but it's cool that she was actually exposed enough that you got to pick up on it.
Yes.
See the emotion. And,
Yeah, it was like a heartbroken,
I'm
like
to a
you don't
point
love
now
me
where like
anymore.
oh yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah,
nope.
which is that's what they're after.
Yes.
Ultimately. So when you took that away from her, I mean, you took it away. Like you took away her goal.
Yes.
Like really. Like she couldn't have it.
Yeah, and the only reason after so many years I started to fall for her again is because we lived apart for so many years. When you're away for someone for so long, you forget all the bad shit they did to you and you only remember the good shit. And that's what made me start to like her again. But after we talked for a little bit, I started to remember why I ended things the first time anyway. Yeah, but
that's
it's
usually all it takes.
Yes.
If you're ever in a situation, for anybody listening to where that happens, like don't meet the girl again and immediately hook up with her. Like treat it like you're dating. Like take her on a date if you got to. Like, and I don't even believe in that, of course, but like if it's either that or you're gonna hook up with a bitch you haven't seen in like 5 years, like you take her out and you learn who the fuck she is now.
Yes.
And because you will be reminded immediately or very quickly, like why you did what you did 5 years ago, why you left. And I don't care if she's cleaned up her shit or whatever. Like, you'll at least be reminded.
There's nothing on this earth she can do to purge all those other dicks that were in her. There's not a single fucking diet she can go on. There's not a therapist she can go to. Those guys live inside her forever.
Yep, and it's something that you're always gonna have to deal with. It's like dating, or it's like guys who hook up with women